What up, y'all? It's your boy, not Coach Tomlin. I got a very special guest, my boy, for 25 years now, basically. Wow, kind of crazy.
Damn.
Um, the only Lions fan I think that I actually know personally. So I had to get my boy John Johnston on the call with us today. Ask him some questions about how he's feeling about the Lions. We got a big matchup. It's kind of like a must win matchup this week, man.
For sure. We
Um,
got too many of those this year.
Yeah, so before we get into that, though, I just want to know, like, how did you become a Lions fan?
So, funny story, I guess. You know the type of person I am, like to, throw back at people, bust balls and all that. So, my dad is a longtime Packers fan, big time Packers fan. For him growing up, they were always on TV type deal. There was, them or the Cowboys. So,
Yeah,
he went with the Packers. And, it was too easy. Everybody in the family's a Packers fan. That's not the way I roll. So, I had to go. I had to go against that. And, you know, when I started watching, Barry Sanders was just cutting it up
yep,
and seeing my dad, go crazy when, the Lions would play. Lions were on Thanksgiving. So
yep.
Barry Sanders was the man. So I was like, oh, all right. I didn't know at the time what I would do to myself.
You've been
Locked
doing
on.
some tough years, man, to get where you guys are right
Yeah.
now.
So that's how it all started. And, you can't switch, so now it's just been a long time, no regrets, but we had some
Yeah,
good runs with some players and, a good run past few years, from a team perspective, but that's how
yeah.
it all got started.
Nice. So what are your thoughts on the season so far, man? Because I didn't realize it. You guys are actually 8-6. Like I wouldn't have been able to tell, kind of looking at the offense and things like that. What are your thoughts on where things are, or how things have gone
Yeah.
for
It's just frustrating. Especially after the past couple years, a couple weeks ago, I was like, damn, I was like, did we miss our window already? I was like, is this it? Looking back, we had one of the top two offensive lines, offense running, defense was opportunistic. They weren't the greatest,
right.
but we got the defensive players, but just can't stay healthy. And the offense is, I'm comfortable with the offense. The O line isn't as what it was, which Campbell goes for it all the time, very ultra aggressive.
That was one of my questions
Which
I was gonna have to you, man. What do you think about that? Because like some people like love it, but I'm looking at it from a football fan perspective. Like this dude's bugging out, man. Like there's opportunities to get three here, and he's really like,
yeah,
you know,
no, this year I think he should have made some changes to it. In the past, I didn't. I actually liked it because the way he talked about it was he had full confidence in the offense. And you know, last year and even the year before, when they had the O line in sync, like it was almost automatic. Like they were getting it 70, 80% of the time. So I didn't even care. A couple of the games, I remember him saying he's like the defense was depleted last year. He's like, and he's telling these guys going into the game, like, be ready. Like we're going all every time we're going for it. So
yeah,
when they had that mindset going, you're good. But then this year, when your offensive line isn't as good, your offense, they've been clicking lately. But when it wasn't going as well, it's like yeah, like you said, like kick some field goals, man, and win some of these, win a game a different way. Field position, get some scores. You still have your offense there. So overall, I'm okay with it, but I'm getting a little more weary of it just because of the state of the team where it's at now. But
yeah. You guys have dealt
you
with a
know,
lot of injuries. Both your tight end one and two were out, right? At this
yep,
point,
yep. And our
uh,
defensive backs,
the corners,
Brian
everybody's
Branch,
hurt. Yeah,
one of my favorites, he's out for the year, and corners, so. Yeah, it's probably going to be the same, with the defense struggling. You got to just kind of put the pressure on the offense and,
yeah.
hey, let's roll.
And you guys have probably like the best, most complete, like when everybody's healthy too, but because those tight ends being hurt does, I wouldn't say slow it down. You guys still put up 34 or whatever it was the other
Yeah,
day, but like, Sam Laporta's one of those guys, he's one of those dogs. So not having him out
yeah,
there,
reliable.
you can't act like
Yep.
that's not a big deal, not having that that dog out there too. So what are you thinking, man, going into this Sunday 425 matchup against the Steelers?
I'm pretty
No,
confident.
wait. Not just the Steelers, but your guy, Aaron Rodgers here. You know,
We've got his number, man. The past few times we played him, we ran him out of Green Bay pretty good. We kind of know what he's got. Your team, you guys are kind of in a similar spot, man, with as us,
yeah,
with your season. But I just think our offense is going to be enough to kind of get us where we got to be. But you never know.
that's what I'm thinking too, man. I did an episode earlier this week with my co-host, if you will, and we talked about you guys put up 30 points pretty easily. Like, and I don't know that our offense is able to do the same. So that's why
Yeah,
we have to rely on the defense that's been as up and down as can be. I do know when I've seen Lions games, man, if you get in Jared Goff's face enough, you know,
yep,
he gets knocked out of sync, and it's kind of hard for him to rebound. Especially if the
yeah, because he'll
run game
start
isn't
going
fluid.
quick. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
and I mean the way they go for it too, it's like if you guys can score and you know we might be in the red zone, you just get a stop on fourth down, and now you get the ball, get a couple drives, like so it's not out of the it might not be a shootout, but you're definitely going to have to score a little bit
yeah, definitely. I mean, I think with the way they've started to look a little bit the past couple of weeks, and obviously you guys having the depleted secondary that you guys got, the main concern for me is number 97. You always got to be accountable, account for him at
Yep,
all times, man, because he's a he Miles Garrett is in I would say probably a space of his own, but Aiden's not far
for
behind.
sure.
Aiden is not far behind.
There's a big enough gap, but now Aiden brings it every snap. Some weeks the stats might not show it, but he's in that quarterback's face
Yeah,
for sure. But your boy DK, we've been struggling with some of the bigger receivers, so I would look for him to have a decent game, and he could be the one that breaks it open for you.
yeah, and that they've been trying to go to him a little bit more just in recent weeks too, which is good. We got Thielen in there too now. We got some NFC North guys of yours over here.
Is he playing? He's been playing?
He's been out there as like a extended lineman. He's been out here being known for laying blocks in the run game and stuff more than anything
Nice.
else. But I think he's caught one pass each game, the past two games. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, another one that we had to see in the North a couple
Oh
times.
yeah.
He got one catch for one touchdown.
Yeah,
So far, like this is really like when Aaron said it was just a bunch of cast-offs, like I don't know, like none of these guys were Steelers last year, and it's just kind of crazy. It blows my mind as I'm saying it, but they've all been able to contribute in different ways, So it's been a up and down year for me emotionally with this team because like they're trying to make me believe that they can actually like close the door on the AFC North before getting into that game against Baltimore, but I'm not believing it yet. If the Steelers pull out this win in Detroit, maybe I can feel a little bit more confident about it.
for
I
sure.
don't I don't think they'll get the win because like I said, I don't know that they'll be able to sustain those, unless they can sustain long drives and actually make some plays on defense. If we can sustain long drives and score and like keep that offense off the field as much as possible, which is tough to do, then we'll have a chance. The defense got to show up though, otherwise it's going to be a long day.
Yes, it will.
That's really it, man. And they got to capitalize on the opportunity to not have to go against you guys full strength.
Yep.
Because you guys
I
haven't been
mean,
at full strength since like the first half of the year.
yeah, I was gonna say even last year, it's been a long time since we've been full strength, but yeah, I guess beginning of the year, and I guess up until we lost Laporta,
Yeah, the guy I'm
pretty
concerned about the most, man, is Jamison Williams because I know he could
my
break he
boy.
could he could break a game open, man. And obviously Jameer, he is who he is, man. Like he's one of the most dynamic backs in the league. But Jamison, man, he'll blow the top off the whole defense. I could see him running right
Yeah,
at Ramsey on Sunday.
it's crazy because Amon-Ra gets the ball, he'll get it 5 times in a row, and then it'll just be Williams for 40 yards,
Yep.
bam, and then it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, and he could catch and run too. Like that's the like it's not even just the he'll go on a go ball. Like he'll catch it and maneuver through
Yeah,
traffic.
he's kind of picked up. He's picked up a lot of the Laporta, um, yards and catches since he's been down. He's definitely stepped up. And yeah, I like it when they get Montgomery going a little bit too in the run game.
Yep,
Then that kind of complements Gibbs. Keeps him fresh, and then pound it hard with Montgomery, and then all of a sudden you got Gibbs come in,
yep.
break an ankle, and then he's out.
Yeah, these guys like they've been doing much better at it in past weeks. They tend to over pursue, and then that's how they end up trying to get those arm tackles in, reaching, and guys just run right through it. They've been doing better with squaring up and making tackles now. We got Derek Harmon coming back this week. He's actually a Michigan's former Michigan State kid that went over
Oh,
to
there you
Oregon.
go.
So it's like a homecoming for him. We need him back out there in order to do something as far as the offense, disrupting the offensive line. So it's going to be a pretty interesting matchup to see how it goes in the trenches, man. That's where most
Yeah,
games is won in the trenches, So
yeah, you
if we
got
could
to have
get
some people
pressure,
step up.
if we could get pressure on Goff, then we give ourselves a shot. But sometimes that
Hmm.
pass rush is like, oh, they're doing great, and the next game is like we don't see it. So I got to see these guys put together some consistency. But you guys are in the desperation mode. Like this loss for you guys essentially kind of put you guys out of their hunt.
Pretty much, yeah. We got to kind of win out. They say if we win out, I think it's like a 90 something percent chance we get in.
Who else you guys got after that?
But
I know you got
I know we
Minnesota
get
one more time, right?
and the Bears. So we got
Okay.
Minnesota next week, and we finish with the Bears.
Okay, so you got two more division games after this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
which
that, you need them all.
Minnesota beat us. Yeah, beat them all.
Yeah, man. Wow.
How
Yeah.
about you guys? Who do you have left?
So we got two more division games too. We got Cleveland and Baltimore. So like
Hmm.
in theory, we could drop one and win the next two, and we're good. But like, I mean, that's probably what would happen, honestly, because all signs is pointing towards Week 18. Steelers, Ravens, whoever wins is in the playoffs with the division with a home game. You know what I mean? And that's
Damn,
typical.
yeah, that week 18, man, that'll be a night game. There's gonna be
Yeah,
some games.
that's how it happens, man. That's how it comes down to it. The Steelers can't close the door and win the division comfortably. Um, the Ravens start off 1-5, and the Steelers were like 4-2, and I'm like, hey, we got opportunities here, and then they just squandered them.
Yep.
But at least we got the one up right now. But we got to win. They got a couple tough matchups coming up. They got to play against Green Bay. They got to play against New England, and then they play us. So there's no telling. Week 18 is a collision course. They're liable to win the next two. And then we're going into it same record. And if we drop this one, we got to beat Cleveland. Obviously, I don't see us winning this game. To be honest, like I said, I think you guys got a little bit too much for what this team has, but they may surprise me, man. That's what they've been doing. So
Yeah, we might do you a favor. You never know, and just kind of put me out of my misery early, or we'll see. So,
so you said something about the window before, man. What are you guys looking like as far as contracts and things of that nature? So Gibbs, this is
so
what
that
Gibbs
part,
third or fourth year for Gibbs.
he's what? This is their third year.
Oh, so
Third.
so he's
And
probably
there's a
over that.
bunch of them in that draft class. They killed it that draft class. It was Gibbs, Jameson Williams, Brian Branch, linebacker,
Jack
Laporta,
Campbell.
I think, Jack Campbell. Yeah, they got all
They
the
all came in
dudes
that
in
same
one
draft.
the same draft. Yeah,
Um,
because they had like the sixth pick, and they were about to take Gibbs, and they traded back with I think Minnesota. They traded back to like 12, and they picked up a couple of second rounders. So they just loaded up
you guys nailed it. That's
that draft.
crazy.
But no, they've done a good job locking these dudes down. They've been drafting and but just I just look back to a couple of years ago when they had five beasts on the O line. They had it all, and they just kind of
Yeah,
they let
man.
it
You
go
guys
to
had the
let it
opportunity
go.
to get San Francisco, man.
Yeah,
NFC Championship. I said, damn it, I don't know if they'll get back. That's tough, man. But you guys, you still got the nucleus, man. A few plays
yeah,
away, a few fourth downs that should have been field goals, and this would be different. You know what I mean? And so, like, who knew Chicago was actually going to be this good this year? You know what I mean?
Yeah, so I didn't even
That's
think,
crazy.
they got our offensive coordinator for the past few years over
Yeah,
there now,
yeah,
Mr. Johnson, and I didn't think I miss him. I don't know if I actually miss him, but it just shows that how poorly Chicago's been coached when,
yeah,
I didn't think of that. An upgrade over nobody was basically what they got at coach. He's been like the top coordinator the past like 3 years. He could have went and got any coaching job, and he's been waiting. I
yep,
don't know why he waited for the Bears, but maybe he's going to prove us all wrong.
yeah. He knew something we didn't. Caleb Williams. They had a young, nucleus there too, and now they got the other kid, Manun guy, coming out too, and
Yep.
so it's gonna be interesting, man. That NFC North division gonna be interesting for the next few years at the least, man.
Yeah, it's been interesting, and yeah,
Yeah.
we'll see.
So, I mean, I don't know, man. Like I had a few questions, and that was it, man. And like you already answered them. So, like, I appreciate your time. You know,
Yeah,
um,
anytime, man.
I guess we could let me know how Auntie's doing, man. And,
Yeah, I will.
maybe we could get together.
Where do you watch the games usually?
Stressing out on my couch, but if you
All
want to get together, man, we could coordinate it. You know what I mean?
right, I'll keep you posted.
All right, bro. Nice talking to you,
All right, good
man.
luck.
Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Take it easy. Peace.
Later.